What's going on, everybody? Dallas again with Chaos Fragrances. Today we're back with another video. This time we're going to be looking at 8 fragrances that I used to love and I used to wear all the time, but no longer really love all that much or wear that often anymore. And I just want to clarify before we jump into this, I don't hate these fragrances now. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not trying to, offend anyone by including these fragrances in this list. These were all fragrances that I loved at one point, that I wore at one point. These were all fragrances that I bought with my own money. So I'm not trying to hate on these or bash on these. I'm just making this video to kind of show you that it is okay to have your taste change over time. Like I said, at one point these were all fragrances that I thought smelled incredible. I wore them a lot, but now I rarely reach for them. And like I said, I think this is a cool video to make. I think this is something that everyone should kind of think about, regardless if you have a YouTube channel or not. Take some time to look through your collection, see what you used to wear but no longer do, because I think it's really cool to see kind of where you started and where you are now as you kind of progress through this hobby. So again, I don't hate these fragrances now. I'm not saying that. My goal with this video is to, one, just kind of show you guys, how my tastes have changed over the years, as you can tell by my reviews, but also just for myself, because I do kind of want to wear some of these again. There are a lot of these that I have a lot of great memories with, and by me making this video and kind of shedding light on these fragrances that I used to really love, I'm hoping that I'll start to kind of work some of these into my rotation a little bit more. So I just kind of wanted to clear that up and throw that out there before we get started. And just one more quick thing before we start the list, make sure you like this video and also subscribe and turn on post notifications so you don't miss when I post. Now let's go and jump into this. So I'm going to start at number 8. These are going to be in order the best I can. Numbers 1, 2, and 3 are ones I used to wear a ton but don't anymore, so it kind of progresses like that. And at number 8 we have a throwback for me. This one is Revert Eco from Rue 21. So this is actually my first ever cologne that I bought. And I remember this being like $15 or like $25 or something. And at that age, that was a lot of money for me. And this is, like I said, the first one I ever bought, and I wore this stuff a ton. As you can tell, this is a like 50 ml bottle, and it's down to the end. I wore this quite a bit, and actually this is something that I tried to save more for special occasions. I mean, nothing crazy, obviously. I just didn't want to wear it to school or something like that every day, so I saved it a little bit, just because, again, like I said, at that age when I got this, 15 or 25 bucks or however much this was a lot of money for me. So I didn't wear it all that often, but this was the only cologne I had at that time, and I did wear it a decent amount. And at this point I really do not reach for this. I can't tell you the last time I've actually worn this. It's been a very long time, but I still keep this around just because I like having it. I like having the memories attached to it, and it's something I will pick up and just smell the atomizer every now and then, because it doesn't smell that bad. It's a nice smelling scent, obviously very generic, very cologne-y smelling, very teenager cologne smelling, but like I said, nonetheless it is a nice scent, and it's something that at one point this was all I had, and this is all that I wore. Number 7 we have Abercrombie & Fitch First Instinct. So this is a fantastic scent for the summertime. This has a nice melon note with a little bit of a spicy, fresh touch as well. And to be completely honest with you guys, this stuff is solid juice. This stuff is really, really, really good. I'm a huge fan of how this smells. If I were making a list with, tropical fragrances, which I actually already have, this has to be in that list every time, because that's really what it smells like. It smells like a fun day at the beach, a guy that just wants to have fun. It just smells fantastic. Really, really nice scent. Great for the beach, great for vacation and things like that in the summertime. Like I said, I wore this one a decent amount, but like I said, kind of stopped wearing it as much just as I was getting, other scents. Coming up at number 6, we have Tommy Bahama Set Sail St. Bart's. So this is one of my all-time favorite cheapies. So if I was making a list of, my favorite cheap fragrances for summer, which I actually am going to be doing soon, so stay tuned for that. I know some people have been asking for that. But if I were to make that list, this is going to be in there for sure. This is one of my all-time favorite cheap scents. This is incredible bang for your buck. I really, really love this stuff a lot. This scent often gets compared to Virgin Island Water by Creed, and there's kind of a similarity in the genre of scent. This doesn't have coconut, but it does have like this lime and a little bit of a boozy accord. This has lime and like a rum accord, but with coconut. So this is overall more sweet. This smells more like a pina colada type of thing. This is a little bit more fresh, more of a daytime scent. Of course, the difference in quality is favored in the Creed. The lime in this smells fantastic. It smells like you just cut into a lime, like straight up. With this one though, it's not quite that good, but it is still solid stuff. As I'm trying to set my bottle down. But this is still very, very solid stuff for the price, like $20 for a 100 ml bottle. You can't beat that. This stuff, like I said, is fantastic. This is one that I used to wear a lot in the summer. I don't as much anymore. This stuff, like I said, it's nice that it's so cheap, because this is something that even if I wasn't wearing it on my skin, a lot of times I would spray it like on my beach towels or, you know, things like that. Spray it like the place we were staying on vacation, just because, again, it is very cheap, but it has this very tropical, uplifting smell, and it just made everything smell good. Again, in terms of bang for your buck and, you know, inexpensive fragrances, this one is very, very solid. Again, it's a nice alternative to Virgin Island water. Again, it's not a clone. It doesn't smell like Virgin Island water, but it is in that same genre. Kind of gives you the same idea, but definitely not really close to it. But nonetheless, this stuff does still smell fantastic. And, you know, even though I have a lot of, you know, more expensive fragrances now, I do still want to reach for this one when I can, just because the memories I have tied with it, and, you know, the fact that it does smell really nice. This stuff is really solid. So before we jump into number 5, I just want to hop in here and say, if you haven't checked out my decanting course yet, go ahead and do that now. If you head on over to chaosfragrances.com or click the first link in the description, you can check it out there. Basically, in that course, I teach you everything you need to know on how to decant your fragrances. That way you can build up a collection that looks, you know, something similar to this without having to pay out of pocket to use the fragrances that you already have. I also started a pro membership on my website. It's only $2 a month, which I'm going to actually talk about that at the end of the video. So for those of you who are interested in that, stick around to the end. At number 5, we have Versace Dylan Blue. So this is a really, really solid fragrance from Versace. Takes after Sauvage, takes after Aqua de l'Antique, after Bleu de Chanel, all those scents. Kind of is similar, but it does have its own unique thing going on. This is one that was one of my dumb reaches for the summer. It's really easy to wear. Pretty much everyone likes it. It performs really good. So there's really nothing negative to necessarily say about this other than the fact that it is generic. It doesn't smell unique, but that's not really a huge issue for those that just want to smell good. Like I said, this was one of my favorites at one point. Again, I don't wear this one anymore, but it is one that from time to time I would like to break it out and, you know, wear it every now and then. At number 4, we have Mancera Cedrat Boisé. So this stuff right here, fantastic scent. I bought this one because it was getting comparisons to Invictus a lot. And just, you know, as a disclaimer out there, this doesn't really smell like Invictus at all. It has a little bit of like a fruity pineapple opening, but the dry down takes it in a completely different direction. So really nothing similar to Invictus at all. But with that being said though, this is still a great scent. For what you're getting here, it is fantastic. Longevity is excellent. It smells really good, really high quality. It's just a really nice scent. It's very unique in my opinion. Like I said, it gets comparisons to Invictus, but it's really not similar. Goes in a completely different direction, and I'm happy about that because this stuff is really solid. I used to wear this one a lot. It's more of a spring and summer scent, but I actually wore it in the winter just because of how strong it is. It ended up working really well for me, but I just don't reach for it anymore, which is a shame because, you know, when I pick it up and I smell it, it smells fantastic. Just unfortunately, I never really remember to grab it or reach for it, and because of that, it doesn't get worn. But nonetheless, this is still a great scent. One that I recommend everyone check out. If you own a Invictus, this is not going to be redundant. Still do recommend that you grab a sample or, you know, try this in some way because it is a great scent. Alright, into my top 3 here, we are getting to the good ones now. Number 3, we have Dior Sauvage. So I don't know if you can see down to about the end of this bottle here. So I have ran through this. I've got 4 other bottles down there actually, so I've got 5 total of this scent. Just goes to show that at the time I stocked up on this because it was one of my favorites. I was worried about it getting reformulated when the EDP came out, so I wanted to have enough of it. And I don't wear it that often. That's just kind of the way it goes. You know, I stocked up on it. Now I don't reach for it that often, but I'm still glad I did. It's one of those scents that, you know, I wore it a lot. I wore it a ton. But I just don't reach for it anymore, which is kind of a shame because I do really enjoy the scent. Personally, it does get a lot of hate. People say it's generic, synthetic, or whatever, but that's what makes this scent so good. That's why it works so well, because it just gets the job done. Again, I have a ton of great memories with this scent, a lot of memories of me doing stuff in the summer with my friends. It's just a really fantastic scent, lasts all day, projects really well. This is one that I could just spray on and go out, you know, in the morning and then just be set for the whole day, and I didn't have to worry about anything. Definitely want to reach for this one more in the summer, so it'll be a good casual scent, and I definitely have enough of it where I don't have to worry about running out, so I figure might as well start breaking this one out more often in the summer. Number 2, we have Invictus Aqua 2016, so I've got 2 other bottles down there. This one's about empty as well, so, and that is proof that at one point I did really love these because I have, you know, multiple bottles. This is one that I used to wear a ton. This stuff super potent. This one, I've told this story a few times, but I would wear this one to the pool a lot in the summer, and even when I'd be swimming in the water and stuff, when I get out, I could still smell this stuff, so it, you know, it just wouldn't wash off. This was my kind of go-to pool scent. And at my number 1, we have Aqua de Joe Profumo. So this is one of my bottles. I have 4 other ones down there as well. Again, I stocked up on this one too. Some of you may know who have been around with the channel for pretty much since the beginning. This was at one point one of my favorite scents of all time. Unfortunately, I just don't reach for it that much anymore. I just don't, you know, ever think about it, which is a shame because at one point, like I said, this was all I wore in the summer. I made some great memories with this in the summer. It's just a fantastic scent. Again, performance on this one is really good. So guys, that is it. That is my list of 8 fragrances that I used to love but don't really love that much anymore. Again, like I said, I'm not hating on these fragrances. I still do like these. I still think they're great scents, so I'm not trying to put anyone off from testing these or trying these if you haven't. Just saying, for me personally, I've really changed. I've come a long way. You know, what I liked in the beginning compared to what I like now, it's quite a bit different. So let me know down below which fragrances that you used to love but don't anymore, so I'd be curious to know your guys' thoughts on that. So now I want to touch on the pro membership that I just launched. Those of you who made it to this part of the video, I appreciate you sticking around. Basically, it's going to be $2 a month on my website, chaosfragrances.com. If you click the little menu button, there's going to be a drop down. It says pro membership where you can sign up. Again, like I said, it's $2 a month, so hardly anything. And basically, I'm going to try to post more premium content and stuff like that. I want to do some giveaways every month. It'll be a lot easier to manage giveaways on that website compared to trying to do it on YouTube, just because it's difficult to contact people on YouTube and it's just not as much fun. It's a lot more work. If I do that on the website, like I said, it'll be easier for me to contact people, and you guys will kind of be in your own little community where you can ask each other questions and, you know, comment back and forth and things like that, kind of help each other out. It'll just be like your own little community for you guys who are, you know, true fans of the channel. And like I said, this isn't a required thing by any means. Whether or not you join, I'm still gonna, you know, love you the same. I'm not saying you have to. I mean, if you watch my videos and don't join, that's perfectly fine. I just appreciate that you support me by, you know, watching the videos. But this is just for people who want something a little bit extra. I'm going to try to do some review requests so pro members can, you know, like request if they want to see certain reviews, certain top 10 lists. Like I said, I'm going to do giveaways. I'm going to do bonus content like behind the scenes and stuff like that. This is something I tried to do with Patreon a while ago, but it didn't really take off. But I'm hoping this will be a lot better. And you'll also get some extra discounts and stuff like that to the full guide to decanting course. Like I said, it's already discounted quite a bit, but pro members will get even more of a discount. So again, definitely check it out. It's only $2 a month. It's over on the website. Whether or not you join is totally up to you. Definitely appreciate it if you do. So guys, that's going to do it for this video. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave a like. Also, don't forget to subscribe and turn on post notifications so you don't miss when I post. And that's it for me, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.